Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, man battling for life following Mandeville stabbing. A man is battling for his life at hospital, and the suspect is in police custody following a stabbing incident at Willowgate Plaza in Mandeville on Friday. Up to press time, the 22-year-old victim was unresponsive in an operating theater at the Mandeville Regional Hospital. Preliminary reports are that the stabbing incident happened shortly before 4 p.m. Police said the victim and the suspect had an altercation on the second floor of the plaza, during which time a knife was used to inflict stab wounds to the victim's neck. He ran and collapsed meters away on Manchester Road. Sources say the victim sustained multiple stab wounds. Disabled man rescued from fire in Manchester. A disabled man was rescued after fire engulfed a house and a bar at New Green Square in Manchester on Friday. The man was saved mere minutes before the fire ravaged the dwelling where he was. Another man who identified himself as Bill said he rushed to the disabled man's assistance. "From me see the smoke, me just go up there and take him out of the house," he said. He added that he occupied a section of the building as a tenant where he operated a bar. "I lost everything upstairs burned down. And it was a board floor, so you know everything upstairs burned and dropped downstairs. Downstairs the fire never engulfed, but it mashed up down there," the man explained. Although the business owner is counting his losses, he is grateful that no lives were lost and thankful to residents who sprinted into action to control the blaze until firefighters arrived. Among the residents was a man who identified himself only as Robert. "Me up on my yard and see the fire and just touch down. And when me come at the square, me see the truck a pass and me stop it. And same time him say, draw out the hose and start run it and go up a top or go and out it," he said. He pointed out that the disabled man is his cousin. "A youth did in the house, a sick youth, and that's why you see me running, because anything can happen to the youth. Me see the smoke and me just shot cross, and me a say him in there, so me try go save him," said Robert. He explained that the fire seemed to have started in a back room before spreading through the roof. Hubert Boucher, a water truck driver, was in the area when residents stopped the unit he was driving. "I was passing and the people stopped me, and I tried to assist them until the fire truck came about 20 minutes after. I saw the fire engulf the upstairs, so I parked the truck and jumped into action," he said. District Officer Fitzroy Donaldson said the fire brigade received a call about 2:15 p.m. Response was made immediately afterwards, with 4 units there from Mandeville, and Christiana came shortly afterwards, so that makes it 4 units actually, he said. On arrival at the scene, we saw that the fire was confined to a commercial building with a residential dwelling, he added. The cause and the loss resulting from the fire is still under investigation. Meanwhile, the business owner is appealing for the public's assistance in getting back on his feet. He said he can be contacted at 876-851-3213. Woman charged for stabbing man inside a police station in Old Harbor Bay further remanded. The St. Catherine woman accused of attacking and stabbing a man while he was at a police station, filing a report against her following a fight, was on Friday further remanded in the parish court. Abigail Morgan, a fish vendor, is answering a charge of wounding with intent. Her attorney, Patrice Riley, sought to apply for bail, arguing that he gleaned from the complainant's statement that he only wanted the woman to be warned over the incident. Riley also argued that his client's 5-year-old daughter has been left traumatized by the event. However, acting senior parish court judge Janelle Nelson Gale indicated that a bail application could not be heard at this time, given that a medical certificate for the complainant, who was recently released from hospital, was still outstanding from the case file. The judge also said that, based on the allegations, it was a violent act to have attacked and stabbed someone inside a police station. The case was put for mention on July 4. Allegations are that on April 17, the complainant and the accused had a dispute while at the Old Harbor Bay fishing beach, which escalated into a physical attack. The complainant was filing a report at the Old Harbor Bay police station when he was attacked and stabbed by the accused in the presence of the police. Morgan was subsequently arrested and charged with wounding with intent. Teen girl accused of stealing money from woman's handbag charged. A teen girl was charged on Thursday with a simple larceny over the theft of money from the handbag of a woman whom she followed to a money transfer agency. The Spanish Town Police report that on Thursday, May 29, the complainant and the minor were at a beauty salon when the girl accompanied the woman to the money transfer institution, where the woman received $158,000 in cash and placed it in her purse. The two returned to the salon, where the minor removed the funds from the purse and left, according to the police. A report was made to the police, and an investigation implicated the minor. She was subsequently arrested and charged for the offense on Thursday, June 5. Her court date is being finalized. Man charged in fatal stabbing incident granted bail. 20-year-old Lamar Miller, the man who allegedly stabbed another to death during a fight at a garage in Lime Tree Grove, St. Catherine, was granted $800,000 bail when he appeared in court on Thursday. Miller is charged with the murder of Jerome James of Portmore, St. Catherine. Miller's attorney, Stephen Matthews, told the court that Miller acted in self-defense as the deceased was the aggressor. Your Honor, Mr. Miller and another man were fighting when the deceased intervened with a knife. It was the deceased's knife that was used to stab him, so self-defense is alive, Matthews told the court. Acting Senior Parish Court Judge Janelle Nelson Gale granted bail on condition that Miller reports 3 times weekly at the Old Harbor Police Station and reappears in court on July 22. It is alleged that about 6 p.m. on May 19, James was at a garage when he was stabbed by Miller. James was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. An investigation was launched and Miller was arrested and subsequently charged with murder. Jamaican woman charged for falsely claiming U.S. citizenship to vote in election. A Jamaican woman is facing up to 5 years in prison in the United States after she was arrested and charged for making a false claim of American citizenship in order to vote in last year's presidential primary election in the state of Florida, authorities there have disclosed. Jacqueline Diane Wallace, 52, was arrested and charged last month on a federal criminal complaint with unlawfully making a false claim of American citizenship. Acting U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Florida, Michelle Spavin, revealed in a statement. Wallace entered the U.S. in December 2010 on a 6-month B-2 tourist visa and did not return to Jamaica as required, according to the criminal complaint. However, it is alleged that in January 2024, she registered to vote in federal elections using an online system that required a certification of U.S. citizenship, which she did not have. The fraudulent voter registration form was submitted via a community college computer network, authorities claimed. In August 2024, while still without American citizenship, Wallace allegedly cast a ballot in the Florida presidential primary election, which included election of a United States president. She was arrested by agents from the Department of Homeland Security Investigations and the investigators of the Bay County Sheriff's Office. If convicted, Wallace faces up to 5 years in prison and will be subject to removal from the United States. U.S. authorities say the case is part of Operation Take Back America, a nationwide initiative that marshals the full resources of the Department of Justice to repel the invasion of illegal immigration. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.